Now, in my last video, we went over a system designed to exploit children in the Roblox community. The system is driven by the laughing disco feature, fake promises, and creators who value profit over integrity. But after that video went live, something happened that I never even expected. Usually when you expose a content farm or a scammer, they stay silent and keep their money running. But this time, the main subject of this video, a creator with over 1 million subscribers, decided to contact me. And what started as a comment section argument spiraled into threats, deleted evidence, and finally, a private confession that exposed the dark reality of these channels. Now, for those who missed the first video, let's go through a quick recap. We went over a network of channels dominating YouTube Shorts algorithm by using a specific monetization feature known as the laughing disco. These channels, led by creators like Pokemon Gamer and the subject of today's video, MrBatak, stream pre-recorded loops of Roblox gameplay on a frequent basis. They use deceptive text overlays that give children the idea that they can control the stream. A common lie among these streams is a $20 equals end life promise. It gives viewers the false hope that if they steal their parents' credit card information and drop $20, the stream will stop. But as it is known, the stream never ends since it just loops, collects the money, and ignores the donor. The second lie is a mega shoutout. They promise that sending a laughing disco will trigger a personal shoutout. Instead, a generic pre-recorded voice plays, never saying the user's name, just a canned big shoutout to you. It creates a parasocial trap where kids think they are interacting with a real person when in reality, they are interacting with a pre-recorded video. So it is what it is, a deceptive practice and a scam. But since my previous video went up, the slap has only gotten much worse. Now before we get to MrBatak's meltdown, we need to address that he isn't alone. While MrBatak uses loops of parkour gameplay, a new wave of channels has emerged using AI generated avatars. We are now seeing streams where an AI generated girl pretends to be asleep on camera. The title implies that if you donate or subscribe, you can wake her up. It's the same psychological trigger as the end life scam, paying money to influence the stream, but it's arguably creepier. In one example, when the super chat comes through, the AI character wakes up and says, "Someone did super chat, thanks, but I'll wake up in the next super chat, I promise." Then she falls back asleep and the promise is broken. It's an infinite loop designed to garner empathy and money from children.
Thanks for the big Halloween super chat.
You! Someone did super chat? Thanks. But I'll wake up on the next super chat. I promise you guys.
Even worse, some of these channels like Asher Blocks and Blocks Blue Queen are actively funneling kids off of YouTube entirely. They place links in their bios promising free skins or Robux if you just visit their website. But as we all know, there's no such thing as free Robux. These sites are often data harvesting traps that lead literally nowhere. While most of these channels are faceless bots, MrBatak proved to be very real and also not very happy. It started in the comment section of my previous video where MrBatak tried to defend himself stating, "Bro, we play games properly and I play every game in a proper way." He then pulled a manipulation card saying, "I am sad because you target only me." This is a classic case of playing the victim where he ignores the allegations of fake overlays and pre-recorded loops and focuses on his feelings. And I replied telling him to get a grip and stop scamming kids. And that's when the cracks started to show, because he made a Freudian slip that you almost have to see to believe. He replied stating, "Bro, when I'm scamming, I'm not forced bruh to anyone doing this." Now to be fair, he probably meant to type streaming, so let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He believes that because he doesn't physically force a child to click the button, he is innocent. And I wasn't gonna let that slide. I replied stating that if he believes he's playing properly, let's have a chat. I dropped my Discord tag and invited him to clear his name. In response, he decided to threaten me, stating, "Anyone who has used my name will receive a strike. Even using a single clip from my stream without permission will result in action. Wait and watch." This is a creator with over 1 million subscribers threatening to abuse the copyright system to silence a smaller creator for criticism. This is an obvious violation of YouTube's terms of service and it's flat out douchebag behavior, plain simple. So I told him some boring stuff about fair use and then said, instead of trying to take down my video, why not accept my invite to talk? And just like that, he got rid of his tough act and replied, "I will talk bruh, before making video first you talk with me." So we both added each other on Discord. But before I even sent the first message, I went to his channel and noticed something suspicious. The laughing disco streams are literally gone, leaving only his old Minecraft videos. When I asked him about this in our private chat, asking if the deleted streams were pre-recorded loops, he gives off a weak excuse stating that he deleted them just because of people who are using his overlays and copying his content. Now think about that logic for a second. If you're a legitimate streamer and people are copying you, the best way to prove that you are the original is to keep your content up with the original upload dates. Deleting your own hard work doesn't stop people from copying you, it literally hides the evidence. Instead of answering my questions about his channel, he started deflecting by linking me to other channels. He was extremely desperate to make this about anybody else when he was the one who initially agreed to clear his side of the story, not to mention that he literally threatened to strike my channel just earlier. So I pressed him again and asked for a single piece of video proof that he actually plays a character spamming Jill's gift chat messages on live. If he plays properly for 1 hour stream, surely he has a clip, right? But he sent me a picture of his computer monitors. Now, owning a dual monitor setup literally does not prove that he isn't running a pre-recorded loop. I asked for gameplay footage and he had none. Now, this is where the conversation turns. Because he kept trying to deny that his streams were pre-recorded loops, he eventually backed himself into a corner that he couldn't escape. He stated, "This is not a loop, I'm spamming real time in my private server." The problem with this claim is the titles of his streams, where every single one of them was named Roblox playing with subscribers. So I confronted him with this direct contradiction, asking if he's playing with his subscribers like the title says, or if he's playing alone like he admitted. However, he had no answer. He tried to say, "Yes, I play sometimes," but the lie was already out. If he's on a private server spamming the same messages, the title is a lie. If he's actually playing with subscribers, his spamming defense is a lie. So that's one massive red flag that we've seen from this creator. Now, I asked about how he included text overlay, asking his viewers to help him get the laughing disco. When a child sends a gift, he gets the money, but on screen, the goal never completes and the text never changes. He followed this up with his favorite defense, stating that he didn't force anyone, and once again deflecting onto other creators. I ignored his blatant deflection tactics and asked him again, and he stated over and over that he's not forcing anybody. And this is the hill every scammer chooses to die on. They believe that if they don't physically reach into your pocket and steal your wallet, they are not stealing. But that's literally not how scams work. His text overlay says, "Help me get the laughing disco." It implies a result where if you pay, he gets the item and the goal is achieved. But as we know, the goal just never ends and the overlay never changes. So considering the fact that he can't even answer a simple but very important yes or no question about his own streams, he knows the answer is no. He knows the overlay is a lie, so he keeps repeating the same defense when in reality it's a subtle admission. And with that being said, MrBatak wanted to talk to me to supposedly clear his name. Instead, he confirmed every single suspicion we had. He confirmed that his titles are lies, he's willing to threaten smaller creators to hide the truth, and that his only moral compass is based on a classic defense that literally every scammer uses. MrBatak, along with many other similar creators, are a symptom of a platform that incentivizes this behavior. These creators realize that it's easier to sell lies to children than to create something that benefits the community. Now, on a very important note for any parents or guardians watching this video, this is what your children are watching. They are being sold deceptive content by people who prey on the naivety of kids to garner money, dominate the algorithm, and ultimately poison the well for the whole platform. And to the viewers watching this video, do not engage with any of these live streamers, as that will only boost their reach in the algorithm. So once again, YouTube needs to take action before more children are misled, as I received tons of comments about how these streams have been showing up on their shorts feed on a consistent basis, and it needs to stop immediately. And before I end off, I want to state that I do not condone harassment or hate towards anyone mentioned in this video. This video was meant for informative and educational purposes only. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Do